Good. You sound like you're having a little bit of a nap there. Is that true?
No, I was a stretch.
Okay.
I was a stretch in the yawn.
That's right then. I'll take it. So yeah, I just wanted to catch up with you. Obviously, you're fighting Diego Sanchez in March. You called for this fight, so how's training going? What's it like knowing you're about to step in there with a guy like Diego Sanchez?
I'm excited. I'm super confident. Training's going great. My weight is proper. My body feels really good. I'm super confident going this one.
What exactly was it about Diego that made you call him out?
The UFC had been trying to make that fight for like a year, and they just kept telling me, we really want you to fight Diego Sanchez, and I'm like, yeah, I really want to fight Diego Sanchez too, so let's do it. and they just kept being like, what about this guy instead? I was like, well, what's going on with this Diego Sanchez thing? And then finally I was like, all right, let's, they want it, I want it. Let's, so then on my last win, I said his name in my post fight. And then I got some, then he said something about me. He was like, Mickey Gall said he wants to fight, blah, blah, blah. So, and now we're here. So it's good. So I think it's just a good fight, a little, what do they call that? The passing of the whatever, he's a legend, and, I'm a young guy who's going to be a legend.
Is it just a case of you want his name on your resume, like before he retires, to be able to say that you fought like Diego Sanchez on your Wikipedia page? Is that the motivation?
No, I don't give a fuck about my Wikipedia page.
Bad example.
That's a big fight. Diego Sanchez is a legend, and there's a lot of tough guys out there, but you probably want to fight the guys with the biggest names too. And yeah, they've been talking to me about this fight for the past year, and I want to get it. This is a great fight. It's good for me. Not for my Wikipedia page, for my career. You know what I mean?
I immediately regret mentioning your Wikipedia page.
No, it's all. Everyone likes having a Wikipedia page. Don't get me wrong, but.
Is there not a bit? Could this not be something of a double-edged sword? Obviously, fighting Diego gets you more attention than fighting lesser-known guys. But then, if you win decisively, people are gonna probably say that he's too old and should retire. Is there a pro and con?
Yeah, but that people are always gonna say that. They're always gonna have something to say. People are always gonna have something to say, no matter what it is. If I beat freaking whoever the champion is, if I beat John Jones, and they're like, but all you have is a ground game. The only reason you beat him is because you choked him out, or whatever it is. There's always going to be a thing. So I don't really care about that. I lately, I guess people have been saying Diego's, he's definitely older, but when I first started trying to get this fight, it was like Diego's a guy who still brought fear to people. He was dude's a legend. He's scrappy, comes out there fighting, always has a cardio, but yeah, I don't know. There are people always going to talk shit. So as you say, a double-edged sword. I just think it's, no risk, big risk, big reward,
Fair enough. So what exactly do you think of his abilities? As if you break down the fight, how do you see it going? Because he's quite a good wrestler, so maybe your ground game could be countered by that. How do you see it going?
Well, it's cool that he's never been submitted in his almost 40, 50 fights, whatever it is. And everyone will probably think that I'm going to get the submission and be the first guy to ever submit him. But I think I'd knock him out in the first round.
Really? Is that just because, he used to have this insane chin? Do you think his chin's just maybe going, or you just have that much confidence?
Yeah, he's a little chin. His chin isn't what it used to be. That's for sure. But also, I've been working really diligently with my striking, and I haven't been able to show it so much in the cage. My last fight only went 69 seconds. I got the takedown, got the choke. I'm only scratching the surface. You guys, no one has any idea what my striking is, what it will be. And I'm excited to put on a show. I think this will kind of be a coming out party for my striking.
Nice. I know this is... I'm going to move off from Diego for a minute here, but it's slightly off topic. But people always had sort of you and Sage Northcutt paired in their minds as these two next-generation fighters. What did you think of him leaving the UFC? Or if you thought anything about it?
That's the main show. That's the biggest show in town. That's where all the baddest of the baddest go. So I was, but I also get it with in this job, 10, 15 years to make all the money we can when our bodies are able. So I bet Sage is getting a pretty penny going over there, and I bet he's making more money than he would, and he's probably, he's going to fight lesser competition, which could extend his career, whatever. You ask me though, I want to be in the UFC, and I want all the baddest dudes in the UFC, and let's see who could be the champ.
Fair enough. I think one of the biggest things people have come to expect, it's almost become like a part of your persona, is the post-fight call-outs. It's almost like as much a part of your career as the fights themselves, or it feels like it. I'm assuming you have a name.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you have a name in mind if you beat Diego.
Correct.
And who would that be?
Funny. I'll answer all other questions, but that one.
Fair enough. Is that something you really, really think about leading? Not obviously not. You don't spend your nights lying awake thinking about it, but do you see I know that other fighters just say they'll fight whoever they want, so I see an opportunity to make myself the guy that calls out people.
Yeah, I've been on that tip ever since I got into the UFC, and even that's what got me into the UFC. But I'm seeing more and more fighters doing it nowadays. I think it's, why not put your 2 cents in? I'm not trying to fight these guys. These guys really with no names. I'm not. I will if they're up, and it's for But really, the way to advance your career seems to fight these bigger name guys. That's to get you, in the top 15, get you in the title picture, and that's my goal. I'm 26 now, and I figure I got 10 more years in this. I've been in this. People know me. I've been. It's cool that I've been in the UFC as a 1-0 guy. People have gotten to see my whole career, so I think it's gonna be kind of special. So it'll be cool to be able to, see the whole thing unwind. But yeah, I just think it's just smart. And I think about it for a second. I think about, who do I want to fight next? Oh, that guy? All right, cool. I'll stay him then.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I think it's important too. I think loads of people miss the boat when they don't. So I've always found it interesting that, especially you as a younger guy, always make sure to use that moment correctly.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, so you mentioned it yourself that this is going to be a coming out party for you. I appreciate your time. I just wanted to finish up with a bit of a broad question. What's your 2019 going to look like as for career-wise? What do you want to be at the end of the year? What do you want to say you've achieved this year?
Win. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win this fight. I'm gonna win my next fight. I'm gonna win my next fight. And then I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna keep winning. That's really the only thing I foresee in 2019 is wins. I feel good. I'm training smarter. I'm learning a lot. I've always been a smart kid, and I pick things up quickly, and I'm figuring it out. I'm learning how to do it better every time, and by the end of this, I plan on leaving something pretty special.
Nice, man.
Give a good thrill,
Very good. Well, I will see you in Vegas in March. I'm looking forward to it, and genuinely always appreciate your time, man. Thank you.